Let's do it. What's up? Okay. Oh, all right. it's already starting. Okay. Got a broken arm. All right. All right. All right.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house. I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
What kind of fantasy going on? Cool armbands.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
A long time.
I hadn't been back since my brother.
Well, I mean, that
Lewis's
house looks
funeral.
fantastical, doesn't it? Oink. You know, I've never been to the Pacific Northwest. I really want to go.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches. Or are they like forest dweller Northwestians? Is this a side quest?
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
It's a deer. Hello.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Both paths lead to the same place, I guess. Maybe.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were.
What?
I was afraid of the house.
Ooh, afraid of the house. Now, I don't even really know what kind of game this is, so this should be interesting. Obviously, story-driven walking type simulator. Oh, I gotta crawl in the dog door? Why don't you use your key?
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
You said her mom died, right? Died. Okay.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But
You went in the
instead of a
front door?
family, there were just memories of one.
Did it have the same commentary? Ooh, apple pie, dude. Yeah.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Ooh, I was just talking about Chinese last night. I haven't
Or
had
how after
forever.
Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Hell yeah.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Eddie. Come on, man. You can't name your kids like that. Ed and Ed. Oh, wait. No. Eddie's the grandma. Okay, I got you. Louis Finch. Dead. Yeah, man. I want some lo mein egg foo young.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Damn, she's a cold one, huh? You a cold one? Mom's cold?
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth. Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Sank.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Crank it.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
The fuck? Okay.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Missing brother.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
What the fuck? Okay, that's weird. Why? Shrimp lo mein. I don't eat shrimp. I like
After
chicken
Milton
lo mein.
disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
The fuck? Pork fried rice. Egg foo young. What the fuck are with
Molly
these
always
rooms,
seemed
dude?
like a girl I could imagine being
These
friends
doors.
with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Okay. The shit?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room.
Oh, you missed the
I think my mom
peepholes.
sometimes
Damn.
regretted not sealing it up.
Regretted not seeing. It's a cool looking room. Can I have this room?
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
I don't know why you wouldn't believe him. This place is weird as fuck. It's frick.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh, okay.
Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Okay. She sounds way too calm. At this point, I'd be like,
on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door. Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
These two of us, lady.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
I've never had that. Sent to bed without dinner? That sounds like shit. Honestly. Never had that. We're in the life and times of Molly.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Oh man, I want some Snickers, dude.
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Are those turds? Reminds me of a story of the biggest, That's for another time. Getting darker or no?
I ate a lot of things that night.
Okay.
I kept eating and eating.
Huh? Eating? Toothpaste?
Then I
yo?
heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Chains on the window. Well, I mean, that could
And
be smart for a
suddenly-
little kid. I don't know.
I was a cat.
What the fuck? Girl, you dreaming. Eat it. What? Okay.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Get some food, son.
I jumped and I almost got her.
She turned into a cat to eat the bird.
I could tell she was getting really tired.
I mean, you know what? Some people probably did eat toothpaste when they were a kid. A buddy of mine the other day said that he'd like to get the suckers. Like, he said he'd take lollipops, a cherry lollipop, and dip it in ketchup. Yeah, we judged that one. We judged that.
Now
Wait,
I was
what?
up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
And then she died.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly,
I'm dead.
I was an owl.
No,
First,
no.
all I heard was the wind.
Now we're gonna eat it. Eat a
Little
mouse.
teeth nibbling in the grass.
It's eating everything, dude. What?
Rabbits.
Tasty. This girl just eating everything.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Like a dream or what?
A mama rabbit.
Where?
She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Oh, I can flap. I can flippy flap.
I rolled off the cliff and into the ocean. Now,
Car's
I
like,
was
what the
hungrier than
fuck
ever.
was that?
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Did I get it? Come here. No. Come here. Skrink.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Is it dead? Definitely interesting story right off the bat. Okay. Oh. Sorry, sweet little seal. Time to go.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Oh, I'm a snake now? Oh, what? What the? What the fuck? Okay, feeling some Cthulhian vibes here.
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Oh, dude. About the Cthulhu, my whole family?
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Yeah, come here. I. Not knowing anything about this game, this is really interesting how it went from... I thought it was going to be like a little story to a...
Stop, but also,
a tentacle
I
beast.
didn't.
No, you don't. You must get more power. Absorb the power from your hosts. Yeah, shaped his belly with a rusty razor. Delicious. Yoink.
Last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Well?
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Making our way downtown, ladies and gentlemen. Any poop? Wait, isn't that where I just came from? I can't remember if I came from the toilet or if I came from outside. That's interesting, you can go different ways, huh? I don't think you can you go through the door? No. Yeah, you can.
I got closer and closer.
Alright, we're good, we're good. What the fuck? Back in my room? Oh,
All
my
of my
stomach
stomach started growling.
All of them, huh?
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know
It's you.
I will be delicious.
What? Okay.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
It's a grandma. Lewis, Milton, Edith. I'm Edith. Did I eat the berries in this character in Edith? Right? Yeah, I think so. Not sure. Or was that in Molly? Oh. Oh. That was Molly. Okay. It's a cat. This seems like a bad idea. I want to see what's in this room. Oh, let me back. Can't go back. He'll never get
This will be obvious
back.
later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Oh, this lady was crazy. Crazy bird lady.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
How the hell did he die? Fever dream? Word? Okay. Man, I used to have some weird ass dreams like
Her
that
room
when
was
I was
like
a
a
kid.
museum.
What's this?
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan.
Ingeborg.
On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
The curse. Brought his house with him, huh?
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Okay.
Whatever's
Odin.
wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Okay. Oxygen.
Even in her
Drugs.
90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother. The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Nice. There's a secret in this bathroom? What the fuck? Okay.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Huzzah! I've always
Sven
loved.
gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
I've always loved video games where you're in a very interesting and bizarre house with different secret doors and stuff, you know? Some like Seventh Guest Resident Evil 1 type stuff, you know? The stuff of creepy curiosity. Steady. Eagleton.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't.
Am I about to jump off
Calvin
a cliff?
Always wanted to fly.
What the hell put this freaking swing here, man? These Finches are crazy.
Calvin, dinner's ready. Coming.
But that day, he
Release!
finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Oh, going all the way around the top.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Calvin, I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
And we did!
I think he'd already made up his
Oh,
mind.
yeah.
That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Oh, PogChamp! Poggers into a Bible thumb. Rest in peace.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Rip.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Oh, this room's blocked off. Okay. Can't look through this peephole. Weird.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
You go out the same way I came in, maybe? Hey, what's this? Secret door! Ooh, hello. Yeah, every single person in this family so
The
far has some
passages were a
bizarre
pretty tight
death.
fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Hmm.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Barbara, huh?
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a second.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't
Basement
returned.
door?
So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
It's the music box we were playing earlier, I think.
She reached for the music box.
Oh, what the fuck?
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
It's pretty cool how they do that in the comic book, huh? Pretty neat. Like I'm playing a game and a game and a comic book and a game. Jason?
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
No, that's Halloween. The shape. Could be hidden items, I don't know.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman Killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The Hookman Killer.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
She just says, "Oh dear," and just cracks him in the face.
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the Late Picture Show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Nice. It's pretty cool how they're doing this. Coming at you, dog. Back up. Yo, can I do this? No. I'm coming up. I'm armed. Whoop that ass. What was that noise?
Walter, are you there? Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police described the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh
I
shit.
returned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite
You just can't scream. Back up.
He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be
That's
another way
when
out of
she
here.
found the gun. Of course there's a way out of here in this house.
That night, she played her part
Dick.
beautifully. Molly
Back in Molly's room.
hadn't been opened in years. The hinges grow.
Oh, fuck. This is on a roller skate.
But
What a way to go.
sensed
What a way to
the
go.
story might not be over yet.
And she jumped off and gave him a flying elbow. Diamond Dallas Page. Oh,
The hookman had
surprise.
vanished.
He's gone.
She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Hello.
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering.
It was Barbara.
It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. she had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear.
What the hell?
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
What the hell? No, this game's really creative, huh? The writing is crazy good.
Edie told me all
Interesting.
Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
What the fuck? What just happened? Alright, game's starting to make me feel weird. Okay. Whatever, Barbara. Like, who came up with that, you know? It's great. Wait, no, we already went in there. No, yeah, get out. Get out. Go to the music box. Right? Oh yeah, I can't go in there. Like, I've never seen a game ever do anything like this at all. It's sick. Bridging the gap between with storytelling, gaming, and film and video and stuff.
I guess now I know why Mom
Love it.
didn't like me playing with the music box.
We're gonna go check that out.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Oh, I can zoom in. Okay. Be-doo-doo, 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 be-doo. All right. Let's see what's up. Ah! Huzzah! Mouse traps? Yeah, it's interesting how they have it so open-ended, right? Add some replay value in there. It's genius, really. With the comic book things, like, who comes up with that? First person story-driven exploration. I don't know what to call it, really. I think a lot of people call it walking
Mom said
simulator.
The basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
Right. Tetanus. Yeah, it's got a crazy vibe to it. Look, we'll have him open a comic book. And then the player will be able to play the character in the comic book, and then inside of that comic book. Yeah, you can just sit there and look at stuff too for a long time. Like, I mean, you can just look at you can even look at the insulation and like look for little things or clues or nothing at all, just to enjoy it, you know. Here's the saw, maybe? I don't know. No, that was a long time ago.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
I'm just waiting for some jump scare to come out.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Ooh. It's Fontaine.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
The shit? Shave cream. Ah! Shave cream. Walter. Hey, he actually lived a decent
Goodbye,
life.
everyone.
Decent,
I can't
decent
believe
length.
I've been down here for 30 years.
Hey, what the f...
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule,
Pages.
living for today. I
Okay.
always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Why are you down in the basement for 30 years?
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Oh my god, did this dude like sink into the fucking... Did he like go into the sinkhole or something?
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of
Is that what
waiting.
scared him into going to the basement?
Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid.
Oh, okay. I see who this is. Who's the kid?
It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
But first, maybe there's a side quest. Wonder if you're able to go backwards. No. There's a stool. I cannot pass the stool. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I want to go down there.
I know it's out there, somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly. And Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake.
Oh. Break it through the wall.
But I need to stop living the same day. Even if it kills me.
Can't go back. Walks as slow as the escort quests in Fallout 76.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Just for
I'm going
today.
to appreciate all of it, especially the food.
He is a protector.
I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Man, shit. Rip Walter.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Gotta find Dawn. And Edie. How come I didn't find Edie's story? Wasn't in the grandma's room? Walter was one of the only people that lived a decent amount. Good old Walt.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Go. Oh, okay. Right. With the picture.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Here, dude, is that his cannon poo hole? His poo can hole? That on my neck. A ring. Wait a second. Am I pregnant? Need a mirror.
Trying to bury something that's still alive. Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else.
Silly girl.
But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Hogwash. Okay. Thought I was gonna be able to kill myself there.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Okay. I am preggers.
And the
I think.
history you're a part of.
I think I'm preggers. Oh, I wanted to screenshot. Come on Steam. Can't go out there. Wonder when we get to PvP.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Pretty sure I'm writing this for my child, my future. Got any endgame braids? Motion sensor lights. Some weird acid trip.
And when you look at the house, had that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Ah. Yeah, well, I looked down, I saw my necklace, and I was like, is that a ring? And then I saw my belly popping out, and I'm like,
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Jesus Christ. People are just not supposed to have
3
animals.
of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Yikes.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
How the hell did these people even have time to build anything? They're just dying off left and right.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
Huh? I'll zoom in.
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Oh, it's just a beacon so people don't run into it. Boats. And then, my friend, we die.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Yeah, and probably die. Should probably leave. Treehouse vibes, man. Anybody have a treehouse when they were a kid? I never had one. I had a fort.
But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
There it is. What the shit? Yeah, walk across the glass. Now we get to climb.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
How do I do my dash attack?
They were both pretty intense.
Pirate ship, damn dude. I just had a plywood fort.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged.
You mean like an entire mini pirate ship? Like, or was it like half in the ground? Sure what I'm looking for. Oh, there we go.
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend,
Oh, yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
cool. Yarr. I love me some pirates.
Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. The camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years.
Having a hard time keeping up with the people and the relations.
Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
I'm taking a
Grandpa
picture.
Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
So my parents. Yeah, I'm looking for a deer, dude.
We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
Oh, he's grandma.
Give me a minute to check the map.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. Maybe.
That was a good picture. Yes, we'll put that in the frame back home.
Was it
And we'll enter it in a different lifetime.
Could have been.
Soup can. Feels good, man. Vibes. I feel like I'm supposed to be looking for a deer or something. Oh, gotcha.
Good eyes, Don.
Doink. Now kill it.
Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong.
Is it better to kill an animal that's wild and free, or to slaughter one that's in captivity?
Now keep your... Great shot, Don!
Hey, bro. He's getting a selfie with his daughter crying.
I'm proud of you, Don.
What?
Always remember that, okay?
What's up?
Sorry, Don. Just gotta reset the timer.
I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, okay. Yo, the concepts in this game are cool, dude. Great concepts.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Shit.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
33 years. Okay, I didn't see that coming.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
I think now we climb.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
What you didn't notice when you looked down is that she also has a penis. See? All makes sense now. Penis. Penis. The word alone is funny. Alright, I'll go where you want me to go. War veteran? And it's huge. Messed up thing is, this is all a true story.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Greg. Greg.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
Oh, man.
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Gregory, it's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what he saw.
Get it?
What his world was like. He reminded me so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was, he saw.
I'm gonna kill
Sure
myself.
made him happy.
The hell am I doing? Oh.
I know how silly it sounds. That I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could.
Good. Hope.
Maybe if
I'm
had
glad I
thought that
didn't
night.
drown. That is a baby.
Damn it.
Boom. Over the top.
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
Hopefully not. Doesn't still happen. Oh god. What the fuck now? Yep.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw. There's so much I don't understand about Gregory, about everything.
Okay.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Okay, maybe I'm safe. I'm safe. Saved.
I'm sure he's happy.
Saved, please.
And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Okay. Alrighty.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
I have to look up who made this after this to see what else they do. They do a really great job of
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Ooh.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, "We don't need a stepmom," were the words that I
now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Hit him.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
The fuck? The fuck? The shit? The fuck? The huh? You about to get hit real hard. Oh yeah.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
For a not game, the physics are pretty cool. Alright.
Rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. Thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
I will forever be scarred whenever I hear that damn song now. Yeah, get him. Get him.
wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
69 to 82. Super duper creative, and it's inspiring, really. Every time I hear that shit, man, I'm gonna think about that kid drowning. Raise the flag. Breakfast time. Quiet time. Sweep trash. Jump rope. 150 jumping jacks. 100 push-ups. It's good calisthenics. Great.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Can I go left? Yeah, that's the only way I can go, right? Yep.
Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Your family is like Satan.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Ah. Zoink. All right. Emergency evacuation plan. All right. Where are we going now, guys? Where are we going now? Fail to think that we're gonna actually leave through the way that we came, right? Or at least I don't want to. The whole place is just a memorial. Can't look through the door. Just look inside. Only way I can go. Ah, found it.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Lewis was born a year later.
Should have stayed over there.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
There's a book up there? Did I miss a book? Oh, can't go back. I didn't see a thing on it. I didn't see a highlight. Maybe I did, but I missed it.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Almost normal. See a shimmer, but
it didn't last.
Nope. Hypotenuse.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
I. Let me get up in her. I want to see the stories. Symbol in this one? The guy? One dude? The writing is brilliant. And the concept is amazing. It's so cool to see original, you know. Hey, I wasn't done there. Studio. I wasn't done there, dude. Up. Let me get down, please. Thank you. Tell me what to do, game. Don't tell me what to do.
I think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
There we go. Can't believe it was gonna let me miss that. Bamboo paint. Alright, let's see what's up with Milton.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
How did Milton die? Homie just drew himself a door?
I was 4 when Milton disappeared.
Fuck. I'm really digging the shorter format games for stream. It's like 150, 100-hour games, man. It's like... Or just period for video game content creation. Content creation! Alright. Milton drew himself a door into another dimension. Sick.
Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
He just disappeared.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Louis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room.
It's a houseboat.
Until Mom got him a job at the cannery. Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Oh, okay. Milton? Milton? Oh, shit. Yo, Lewis was the cool dude, man. Yeah. There's a black light still on inside? Kind of weird. Alright. Story's probably gonna be really cool. Blacklight? Oh yeah. Dude, I used to have the my walls lined with blacklight.
Lewis's room smelled very
posters.
Very familiar.
Jimi Hendrix,
That
man, mushrooms, dude. Blacklights from Spencer's. Lava lamps. No, come back, guy. No. Not what I said to do. I really like the felt ones, you know? It's like... I think I used to make them too. Crafting. Can't remember. Okay, let's stop leaving. Yeah. I just don't know what that door is. Oh yeah, you know he's got that Super Nintendo.
Lewis
Sega
and I spent a
Genesis.
lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Damn, I wonder what that's like. Marijuana. Yeah, that. Yo, man, I got the marijuana poster straight up. Oh, it says legalized. Okay. What's this? Greater Seattle Institute of Psychology.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
Oh, God.
He kept working at the cannery.
I could never do this kind of job, man.
But he withdrew part of
Good work.
himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
Aww. Really? Yep, get the fish over here, put the head in there, and then up. Wait.
wander.
Oh, weird. Okay, I'm a wizard.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then. Daydreaming at the cannery, I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused.
Because he was playing games in his head.
Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend. On the edge of a city he named Lewis Utopia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick.
Minecraft player.
Then he made musicians.
So. Hope he doesn't lose his hand, dude. You know he's losing his hand. You know that shit's
songs
gone.
for him to play.
Maybe he loses his penis. Maybe something gets really
He
weird.
talked about starting a band. And he was always humming something.
What if you looked down and it was your Johnson?
Every day his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the camera.
Played a lot of RuneScape.
But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him
The blade.
that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
Oh, I see. Becoming so big that he can't see what's
His
in
conqueror
front of
city then
himself.
immediately push on. New
Hey.
Louisville.
Leveled up. Leveled up. Let's go. Let's go.
St. Louis.
He started to, after he played RuneScape, he moved
started
on to
drifting
Total
away from our
Warhammer.
reality.
He was getting good.
Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from McDonald's.
Minneapolis. He forgot to
Even
go
as
home.
his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on.
Here, take his fish, dude. Swoink.
In Lewisburg, he heard rumors of a
Swoink. Whoa. Whoa.
beautiful prince,
Whoa.
handsome queen.
Whoa, I got both of them. Hell yeah. Little did they know what Lewis was really like. Yeah.
The queen was on her own quest for
And the third way. Hey, can I get both?
radiant rainbows.
Wonder if I was supposed to get both before.
He followed the sound of her electric sitar.
Excuse me, but I would like to go... No! I fucked up the song. Sorry.
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
This was like me when I worked at a screen printing shop.
He knew the world was all in his imagination.
I'd clean the screens. Keep up, Lewis. Keep up.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
I'm sure most people have had a job like that, you know, where you just some monotonous task, and after a while, the whole time you're just like theory crafting your character in a video game that you're going to play later on that day or something.
Overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace.
Damn right. Yeah.
My imagination is as real as my body, he told me.
You just wake up at somebody's door. Where am I?
It was hard to argue with him.
The fuck? What the shit? I probably should have not laid back on the swearing for this playthrough, because this is totally could be, well, I guess this isn't too child friendly, but yeah, it's not.
Began to forget the world we know. I think
can't believe I didn't cut my hand off.
Lewis, the cannery worker.
Yeah, that's right. When the playthrough started, I was like, oh, I should lay off the swears and stuff so my nephew could watch this. And then I'm like...
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
I don't think my sister would like that. Hey, that's me. What are you doing, bro? What the hell am I? I am pregnant too. Oh, I'm the prince king thing. Okay. I'm the dude. Where am I going? Maybe I gotta go back. Oh. Oh God. Let's see. Okay.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions.
The faceless ones.
Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. Queen waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do.
Chop his hand off.
Bend down his head.
Oh. Yep. Knew it.
The rest,
man.
I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us.
His hand is a little too mild for this game, apparently.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Yeah. Seemed really cool. See what happens, kids? Smoking them weeds, you gonna chop your head off at the fish factory. That's exactly, this is what the whole game's about. Reefer madness. Okay? And homosexual tendencies. Ah, this area is... Yeah, that's true. He was doing that for quite some time. He couldn't have been high. Right? Ah! This little area is kind of glitchy with the pathing. Wait, oh, I gotta go out the door maybe. Or was it walled shut? I can't tell. It was... No, okay. I was going the wrong way. Gotta go this way. It's a little sensitive area. Right, okay.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing.
Yo, homie be showering outside? That's actually pretty nice. I wouldn't mind doing that.
She waited until the day before we left to tell
man.
I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left.
Yeah. Think. Sucks, because this house is kind of cool, man. Milton.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
They had me up here? What?
But it had to end one way or another.
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
My story.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
It's a really cool shot to load into, you know? Really well lit. I mean, I almost want to say cinematography, you know, in this game. What is that? Does it have a different term for gaming? Camera angle work? Camera work?
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom sealed the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance.
Did we do Sanjay? The dad? I'm lost on that one.
Or that Edie had a key to it.
Yoink.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of wanted to just go through and experience it without really thinking about it.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning, okay?
Yeah, I'm getting better at doing that stuff. It goes against... Sometimes it's very hard for me to do that. I'm a corner checker.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
There's an entire other house
But I never
underwater.
thought I'd go back to it.
BioShock 3.
When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Keep walking straight. Good, you got this.
I got turned around.
You did?
I started seeing things.
Come here.
Things I'd forgotten
my
had
grandpa.
ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Gimme.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great Grandma Edie again.
Damn.
The next morning, the band came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it, but she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly.
Aww. Gonna end with some cancer stuff.
She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes and appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it.
Like an umbilical cord or something?
I just want to meet you and tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh yeah, it confirmed that in the game a while ago when she was walking onto the roof. It was like, and now I'm pregnant. What do you mean? Where am I? Why am I not going to be there? What? Confused. For Shirley Dallas, 1948 to 2013. Where did I go? You got all the people's childhood pictures for the... Dude, this game, they did such a good job. It's insane. It's absolutely inspirational as far as like the creativity went for making this game, the story. It's such a short game too. Look at Evan Rogers, dude. He looks like he's got a poop in his pants. It's so different. It's not like point and click, you know. I mean, it is kind of point and click, but not really. Like, I've played games somewhat like this, but not quite. I don't know how I missed this game, dude. I'm gonna look into some more games like this for stream. Because when you think about it, I think the statistics for Twitch is the average viewer watches, I think, about 30 minutes at a time. And if you think about it, like doing like 10 to 12 hour content of one game, people can't really pick up on this, that, and the other thing, you know? And if somebody's there for half an hour and the total story is only like 2 hours, they might hang out and watch the whole thing. If it's entertaining as like a movie per se, or a show. And then at the end, your childhood picture is there as well. How do you rate a game like this? I don't even know. I'd almost say like... Shit, man. Anywhere from like a 8 to a 10, depending on... I don't know, if you just don't like games like this, maybe, but I don't know how you could not like it, because it's basically a interactive story piece. Yeah, the comic book one was wild. So there's probably stuff I missed, huh? Yeah, I'm gonna try to like come up with some reviewing method with hours played and things like that, and your different game preference. Try to think of an all-encompassing way to review something. The replay as story option is now available. Select Edith to play from the beginning.